What's up, Internet? Welcome to Once Over. I'm Kaylee, and today we're going to be giving the once over to Triangle of Sadness.
The looks paid for the tickets. Not bad, huh? Russian capitalist.
Balenciaga.
And an American communist. Oh.
And H&M.
On a $250 million luxury yacht.
I don't want to hear anybody saying no.
I command you, enjoy the moment.
No?
No?
No.
What? You say no to me?
No.
AKA Barfarama.
Thank you for tonight.
There will be spoilers.
Give it a good once-over.
Giving us the once-over.
Giving him the once-over.
Give me a once-over.
Down to give us the once-over.
For a routine once-over.
Once-over.
Oh, just once over lightly.
If you ever wanted to watch the rich literally eat it, barf it up, and then beg for help on a beach, then Ruben Östlund's 2022 Triangle of Sadness is for you, because this movie delivers the deluxe, high-concept, low-dignity experience that you had no idea you craved. Will you be hungry after this one? Probably not. Before we talk about what Triangle of Sadness is, we have to talk about a couple of things. One, my shirt, and two, what it isn't. I'm going to start with what Triangle of Sadness is not. The first time that I saw this movie was in 2022, 2023-ish, shortly after it came out and when it went to streaming, and I went in without knowing anything about this film. I went in completely blind. I just saw this poster, and I thought that it was going to be like a nice little lighthearted, I don't know, like rom-com sort of thing. Like couples go to the Bermuda Triangle of Sadness, the Bermuda Triangle, on a yacht, and then hilarity would ensue. So when I watched this for the first time, I was absolutely gobstopped. And if you have seen this one, you know what I am talking about. If you have not, we will get into it. There were not one, but two times during this film that I had to pause it in the middle of it and walk around with my hands at my head freaking out because that's how pumped I was at how amazing this movie is. Think Bergman, but with barf. It is a master class in satirical body horror that might be too much for some, but is too brilliant to ignore. Now we also have to talk about my shirt. This is the perfect shirt to be wearing for this movie, but I actually made this shirt when I was reviewing the movie Society with the Vern from Cinema Recall because this shirt gets featured in that movie. So, I had to bring it back out for this one though, because we are going to be talking about the rich and barf and poop. Get ready. Triangle of Sadness is a razor-sharp social satire in 3 acts. It skewers the worlds of fashion, wealth, and class with vicious wit and increasingly chaotic narratives. It follows Carl, played by Harris Dickinson, and Yaya, played by Charlbi Dean, R.I.P. She passed away shortly after this film, which is a tragedy because she's incredible in it. The two of them are model influencers. They're a couple, and they have outwardly glamorous lives that slowly unravel as they are invited onto a luxury yacht cruise. As the trip goes disastrously awry, Östlund flips the societal hierarchies on their heads in a grotesquely funny survival scenario. The movie starts out at a casting call for male models where we're introduced to Carl, and the models are getting interviewed about their brand. This is where we learn that even though Carl has the look, he doesn't necessarily have the, wiggle. He can't do like the model-y things. He can't walk like a model does. Even though he's attractive, he's like not good at the model-y stuff.
Today, fashion is not just about surface. It's about the inside.
As he's being assessed to determine if he is going to get this modeling job, one of the criticisms that he gets is that he needs to
Say the line!
Can you relax your triangle of sadness?
Here, the Triangle of Sadness refers to the area in between your brows, the very Botox-worthy spot, but it is also symbolic of manufactured emotion and commodified expressions. It's important. I promise, I'm saying a lot of big words right now, but we're going to get to the poop. Another little thing that I enjoyed about the opening of this film was actually the opening credits. And you guys probably don't care about this at all, but I noticed it and I want to say it. They are super duper similar to the music video for Jay Giles Band's song Freeze Frame. There's like a lot of paint splatter on dudes, and it is very homoerotic and quite cummy. Also, I hate Jay Giles Band so much, it's almost unbelievable how much I hate that band. Worst band ever. These opening sequences are pivotal for setting up the first act of the film, which of course is called Part 1, Carl and Yaya. This part is a character study through and through, and it is setting us up for gender politics.
Well, when it comes to you and me, we're dealing with roles that I hate. I mean, I don't want to be the man whilst you're the woman.
Power struggles, influencer culture.
Are you going to eat the pasta?
Wait, sorry?
And the idea of beauty as a currency.
We can go down there now and I will buy you Rolex watches.
No, it's okay.
Like I mentioned, Carl and Yaya are both models and they are dating, but they couldn't possibly have more different experiences. At dinner, they squabble over the bill because Carl feels like he is obligated to pay because he's the man.
You don't really give me an option but to pay.
You picked up the bill and I thought you wanted to pay, so I said, thank you, honey.
And in fact, during this whole sequence, Yaya actually throws the fact that she makes more money than Carl in his face.
Why? I make more money than you.
Well, she theoretically makes more money than him, but her card declines when she does actually try to pay the bill, so he ends up having to do it. The dialogue between the two is dry, awkward, and intentionally stilted. They almost talk past each other, amplifying the absurdity of their self-absorption. At times, they're not even looking at each other when they're talking. They get a cab home, and he continues to take a passive yet masculine role as he opens the door for Yaya. She points out that discussing money isn't sexy and notes that
The menu in the restaurant didn't even have prices for you.
because gender roles. Honestly, I could do a whole dang review just on Act 1 of this film because so much happens in it. We learned so much about these two. It's kind of insane, actually. Back at their apartment, their bickering turns into a full-on fight at an elevator, and it is so raw. As the doors open and close, we almost get moments of comedy. And Carl comes across as a little scary. He's finally being assertive for himself. But this is a black comedy, so we should have moments like that, even though at this point it doesn't really feel like a black comedy.
Waka waka!
Ultimately, they decide that their relationship is good for business.
I like you, you like me. It's good for business.
Yeah.
In other words, it gives them the likes and the follows. Again, beauty is a currency in this film. In this world. Well, probably in all worlds. I'm literally wearing an Eat the Rich shirt right now. So is the triangle status? Is it money? Is it looks? Or is it just like the weird T-zone of your forehead? This leads us to the second act of the film, the yacht. This is the portion of the film where we really get into the satirical farce where the story becomes increasingly surreal, culminating in anarchic destruction. And don't worry, we are finally going to get into the crescendo of bodily fluids shot with grotesque precision, is how I want to describe that. Carl and Yaya are on the yacht not because they can afford it, but because they were gifted the cruise in order to do social media-y stuff. So they truly are the perfect subjects of this film because even though they are living the high life, they really represent the middle class, at least comparatively to the other luxury cruisers who are wealthy oligarchs. In addition to meeting the other cruisers, we also get to meet the ship's crew here. Even though the crew is beneath the rich, they have the same motives: money. Again, so many little things happen here. At one point, Carl is taking pictures of Yaya for social media, and there's like flies swarming around everywhere because why would we always just have beauty? We need to have disgusting, disgusting flies as well. This world cannot be pure beauty. And another time, a like sexy, burly, masculine man who is a crew member flirts back and forth with Yaya in front of Carl. So Carl actually gets him booted from the ship. This is a huge moment in the movie because that crew member, he was pretty hunky. And up until now, we've effectively been told that your looks will save you. If you are smoking hot, it doesn't matter what you do. But now Carl's status outweighs the deckhand's looks. So I guess it's officially more about money now. Eat the rich. Eat the rich. We also meet Dimitri and Vera, who are other passengers. And how do I describe them? Dimitri is a rich shit seller, literally.
I sell shit.
He sells shit.
I sell shit.
And Vera is, well, she is something.
You're all equal.
That is so true.
Everyone's equal.
At one point, she decides that all of the crew members on the ship should go for a swim because they are all equal and they need to enjoy the moment.
I command you, enjoy the moment.
Okay.
Quick.
I'm going in. I'm going in.
Yes!
We also meet Clementine and her husband Winston, who are an elderly British aristocrat couple who are basically upper class decorum in a nutshell, except for the fact that they made their fortune off of manufacturing death.
What product is that?
Basically, our best-selling product is the hand grenade.
Sorry, the what?
The hand grenade, dear.
Very Winchester Mystery House. And yeah, we'll get into why that's an important plot point at the end of this act. Other elite guests on this ship include a woman who keeps complaining that the ship's sails are dirty, even though this yacht does not have any sails, and the crew has to figure out how to deal with her.
Well, I don't think that's possible, ma'am, because this is a motorized vessel.
Yeah.
So we don't have any sails.
And a man who is not attractive, but he has money, so he can get hot chicks. Money outweighs beauty, again. As for the ship's crew, there are two main people that we need to be paying attention to, at least for now. One of them is going to be Paula, the chief steward, who is caught in between the whims of the wealthy guests and the unruly crew members. Her and her team are here to deliver luxury while suppressing their own needs.
If it's an illegal substance they want, or a unicorn. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
And also, I swear that she is just if Tilda Swinton and Jane Lynch had a baby, then this would be their baby. I don't think that that's how babies or age work, but she's very similar to them. I feel like I would like Tilda Swinton in this role. I don't know why she wasn't, actually. This seems like a her kind of role. I don't know. And of course, one of the most important crew members on the ship is also one of the biggest names in this film, and that is because Woody Harrelson plays the ship's captain. He is a disheveled drunk Marxist.
I am not a communist. I am not a communist. I am a Marxist. The last capitalist we hang will be the one who sold us the rope, Karl Marx.
He embodies hypocrisy and absurdity, professing anti-capitalist ideology while living off a job that serves the super wealthy.
I'm a shit socialist because I have too much. I have too much abundance in my life. I'm not a worthy socialist. I'm a shit socialist.
At one point, him and Dimitri, the shit seller,
You can call me the king of the shit.
get into a drunken quote-off, spewing Marx and Reagan quotes.
Ronald Reagan, he said also, socialism works only in heaven where they don't need it, and in hell where they already have it.
Oh, no, I have one. Growth for the sake of growth is the ideology of a cancer, son.
It's oddly beautiful. The capitalist versus the Marxist. Dear Lord.
You filthy capitalist Russian pig. You have a good heart.
And let me also tell you that absurdity is all happening while the masses suffer from seasickness.
So are you feeling a bit maybe seasick? Yes, so I think it would be better to eat something because the seasickness is worse than an empty stomach.
They're doing the drunken quote off while the seasickness is happening. You guys already know what I'm talking about, but we're gonna get there.
You're rich, so you're a philanthropist, so you can cure your conscience for not paying enough in tax.
Can you imagine? The masses are suffering and their ideological leaders are engaging in abstract philosophical sparring. Seriously, how perfect is this metaphor for how the elite discourse is detached from real human suffering? Dang it, Östlund. I can't say his last name. I've said it wrong every time. We're just scooting over that. There's probably been a lot of words that I've mispronounced in this review. I'm bad at words. And that brings us to the real piece de resistance of this film. The part of this movie that I had to pause so that I could walk around my apartment going like this because I was so incredibly shocked. The puke scene. This is the best puke scene in cinema history as far as I am concerned. It puts Stand By Me to shame. Slaughtered vomit dolls? Psh, no thanks. The cruisers all gather for the captain's dinner, and the whole ship starts rattling, and as the ship begins to tilt because there are not so great seas, the camera tilts with it, and we know that this is going to be bad. But there is no way to prepare yourself for the most grotesque and unforgettable cinematic moment in recent film history. Opulence meets bodily chaos. Because of the choppy water, the whole dining room erupts. Literally. With puke.
Oh, okay. She's fine. Yeah.
And it is so funny. It is hilarious. While Vera is projectile vomiting orange liquid, she insists on only taking sips of champagne instead of water in order to solve her problems.
Oh, please. Oh, my darling. Okay. Maybe you should have some water. You want some champagne? You should not drink champagne now. Take some water, please.
Because that's the thing to do when you're puking a whole bunch is chug champagne. Great job, Vera. As more and more of these elite cruisers vomit, the ship's crew offers them ginger candy while repressing their own urge to hurl.
Ginger candy? Ginger candy, it's good if you say so.
And everyone just keeps puking. However, the diners all leave to retire back to their rooms, except for Dimitri and the captain, who drunkenly remain in the dining room, which must smell of shitty, disgusting puke, playing the worst drinking game ever.
Red or black?
Black.
Have a drink.
What is this drinking game? But it doesn't end there. Vera, back in her room, literally slides on the floor in her own puke and shit while the blathering idiots Dimitri and the captain take over the ship's loudspeaker, blathering about abundance. Shit flows everywhere. The luxury yacht literally cannot handle this volume of excrement, and toilets overflow and explode with shit. It is the infamous poop cruise times 10. Do you guys remember the poop cruise?
People were covering the poop with the toilet paper and then again pooping on top of it. So it was a layer after layer after layer. It was like a lasagna.
That was a fun time. It was the cruise ship that went out and then they lost power because of a fire. And it turns out that their toilets all functioned off of electricity. And so because of that, they could no longer flush the toilets. So all of the cruise goers, they had to poop in red bags and pee in the showers. And that did not work either because everything overflowed. And so we got lots and lots of pictures of people walking around on a cruise ship in sewage. Not great. Carnival Cruise Lines, in case you were wondering. That ship is still sailing the seas today, by the way. They rebranded it. It's a different name. Used to be the Triumph. I want to say it's like the... I don't know, ships have dumb names. The Imagination or something like that. I can't remember what it's called. It doesn't matter. Poop cruise, not fun. This movie, very fun. The gross out physical comedy is a tool for satire and symbolic destruction. It is both disgusting and brilliant. This scene is not just here to shock us. It is a metaphor for the systemic collapse, particularly of wealth, elitism, and the illusion of control. It truly is the decay of the upper class. They are rotting in their own wealth and privilege, and they are regurgitating their own emptiness. God damn it, it's so good. And not only that, but we are forced to watch them. There are no quick cuts in order to kind of relieve some of that tension. It is just poop, poop everywhere. Splashes of vom, formality to filth. The yacht represents the floating bubble of capitalism, and as the storm rages, causing this havoc and the tummies grumble, the bubble bursts. The toilets literally back up, the water rises, and gravity shifts, allowing nature to reclaim its dominance. The ship is no longer a sanctuary for order and taste, it is a literal sewer. While we are repulsed by the gurgling stomachs of the super elite and listen to the ideological jabs between a Marxist and a capitalist, we then cut to marauders with a grenade.
Hey, hand grenade.
Isn't this one of ours?
I told you the grenade would be important. And finally, Act 3. the island. It's role reversal time. We are officially in Lord of the Flies, but with influencers and Russian oligarchs. After the shipwreck, a small group of survivors, consisting of some of the wealthy guests and also a few crew members, and most specifically a toilet cleaning lady named Abigail.
Who am I? You're the toilet manager.
They wash ashore on this remote island that is totally uninhabited. At this point, the formerly rigid class hierarchy begins to disintegrate, setting the stage for complete social upheaval. In previous acts, wealth and status provided ultimate security, but on the island, these constructs immediately go out the window or out the toilet, I don't know, out the butthole. I don't know. They're meaningless. No one on the island can use their money to buy things like shelter or food or protections. So these guests who were previously pampered and powerful are now helpless. The billionaire arms dealer can't do anything. He doesn't know how to make a fire.
Do any of you know how to make a fire?
No. No.
What?
No!
He doesn't know how to catch a fish. He can't do anything. So despite his grandiose ego, he is useless now that they're shipwrecked.
You know this, Abigail. I am a very rich man. When we get back, I can do good things for you. I can make your life easy and nice.
When we get back?
Yeah.
Yaya and Carl, who were once idolized for their beauty, are now nothing. And Abigail, oh, sweet, sweet Abigail, who we have not talked about at all until Act 3, because that is how meaningless she was on the ship. She is a nothing on the ship. She was invisible in her role as a toilet cleaner.
We work on a yacht. You are a toilet manager.
She now becomes the most competent person on the island because she actually knows how to do things.
I caught the fish. Yes?
I made the fire.
And?
I cooked. I did all the work. And everybody got something.
She can fish and she can build a fire and she knows how to ration food properly and she's doing great.
One for me, one for you, one for me.
She's the only one with actual survival knowledge.
We have to work together and create a good group, good society.
Which is what you need in this new reality. You need to be practical and actionable and be able to survive. So now the rich are the ones who need the handouts.
In the yacht, toilet manager here. Captain, who am I?
You're the captain.
Yes. Who am I?
Captain.
Very good.
This is the moment when the film flips the pyramid. The lowest ranked woman, the toilet cleaner, becomes the de facto leader. Abigail gains control not by force, but by providing utility, by providing value. Perhaps one of the most powerful moments within these initial sequences on the island is when she asks,
Who am I?
Captain.
Very good. Cutie pie?
Captain.
Who am I?
Captain.
Who am I?
Captain.
She's met with a lot of silence before everybody starts agreeing that she truly is in control, and that silence is like the end of the old social order. Act 3 of this movie, The Island, almost feels like an entirely different movie. It has muted colors and natural lights, which contrast sharply to the previous act's opulence aboard the yacht. The island is not a paradise. We are not happy to be here. It is harsh and it is indifferent and it is devoid of luxury. This transition is not just a setting change. It is the film's ideological rupture point. Everything that we as the audience have been trained to expect about status, beauty, wealth, and gender is completely overthrown. It's as if the entire film resets except with reversed roles.
You managed to run a fucking matriarchy, Abigail.
We no longer care about money or beauty as the currency. We care about survival as the currency.
I love you, you give me fish.
So who would we look to in those times?
Russian capitalist and an American communist. Oh.
Wrong. And the island truly does itself become a metaphor for the post-capitalistic void. It's an equalizing space where real power again emerges from that utility and not money. there's just, I feel like I'm being a little repetitive, but it's just so incredibly well done. I can't stop saying it. It's a total inversion of class, power, survival skills, and social capital. What is our capital? What do we care about? Now we care about whatever fish or octopus Abigail has caught for us.
One for you. One for me. One for you. One for me.
And I want more. So what happens on the island? Well, usually I would tell you all about it, but I implore you to go watch this film and see for yourself. I will say that the movie is open-ended, and a lot of people don't like the mystery. We don't get a clean, neat little package at the end of this one. I personally love that. I don't want to tell you about it. I want you to go see it for yourself. I will tell you that it is darkly unforgettable, especially post-gastrointestinal apocalypse. So go watch this one. You're going to get so much more out of it than what I told you about the first 2 acts, and you're going to love the 3rd act. Lots of stuff happens. I will mention, though, that watching influencers beg for like little teeny tiny pretzel sticks while Abigail is like doling out everything as a sort of like warlord queen is hilarious and also disturbingly satisfying. I enjoyed it quite a bit. This movie might make you cringe, but I love it. I honestly could do a scene-for-scene analysis on this one because every single scene has so much going on and we learn so much about all the individual characters. I didn't even talk about all of them because I feel like I'm going to bore you if I do that, and all I really want you to know is hilarious poop scene and go watch this movie right gosh darn now if you haven't already, because it rules. This movie rules so much. I could talk for hours and hours and hours about the pure chaos of this artwork. Again, instead, just go watch it yourself and find out what happens as the revolution of toilet managers takes reign over the world. As you guys know, I like to rate movies out of 7 thumbs up here on my channel, and I am going to tell you right now, I love this dang movie, and I think you all already know that it is 7 out of 7 thumbs up. I love this movie. I can't get enough of it. I think that this is one of the most unique and exciting films that has ever existed. Every time that I rewatch it, I am floored by it. I am just as shocked. I will tell you that on my most recent watch of it, in order to prep for this review, I did feel the length of it, and I hadn't ever had that experience before. This is a little bit longer than you would expect it to be, but again, you get so much out of it. I might have been feeling the length a little bit more because I was paying attention to all those little teeny tiny details. It was worth it. It's worth every moment of it. I highly recommend that you go watch Triangle of Sadness. I think you're going to love it. And we can all wear our Eat the Rich shirts together. Yeah. Also, don't forget to check out my review of Society with the Vern. That's also amazing. Don't forget. Yeah. Apparently, I like watching movies that hate rich people. That's a surprise to me as well. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see y'all soon. Bye.